Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. So, between last time and this time, there was a small issue wherein my computer decided that it was a really good idea to just completely commit suicide and then just, delete all of my audio that I did prior. So, it just so happens that a little bit has occurred between videos, only a few minutes, don't worry about it. It's 10 minutes, but still, Anyway, we've finally finished up this defensive wall that we were working on. Is that our iguana? Hello, iguana. You're the best. Don't you ever stop, doing your thing, which I think is just randomly making eggs? Yeah, don't you ever stop doing that. Anyway, we've got the geothermal plant is getting worked on. We're still working on getting this defensive wall to the point that we can, build this all up, and it's going to be beautiful. We've turned this small shack, just a small point. This is now our spooky house of death, wherein there is a single torch that will forever be lit. I'm officially going to say in the name of all of the tribes members who have died within that shack, because this is now going to be over an Indian burial ground to make it even more spooky of a shack than it was before. But yeah, this is our spooky shack. I love it. It's great. So we got the component assembly bench is, of course, working, and we've got an electric smelter that is going up right now, which should be beautiful, and that will allow us to smelt down all of the steel slag chunks that happen to be sitting, there's some over here. They will all get melted down in the electric smelter. I have also, Steven has been given an ultimatum. There's been a lot of talking to Steven recently because Steven is a degenerate and has just continually decided to not join our colony. If Steven does not join us by the next time there's a group of pirates that comes through, I have officially declared that we are going to sell him to said group of pirates. So Steven really has a choice whether or not he wants to join our colony and be a, just reasonable human being who isn't a disgusting, filthy freeloader in a really, really quite nice prison cell, or be sold as a slave to pirates. I mean, that's really his choice. I'm not going to make it for him. Well, I mean, I technically am. Okay, I take it back. I am going to make it for him because, I will sell him to pirates. But, you know what? I'm going to say he forced my hand on that one because Steven has just... He is not cooperating with the colony in the slightest, and I do not appreciate that. Anyway, so we've got some steel getting mined out over here, a bit of steel there, and yes, the smelter's working now. That's perfect. We should be able to smelt metal from slag chunks. That is perfect. We will do this basically forever. And that should allow us to take all of that steel slag and just turn it into beautiful steel that we can use. And with the combination of that and a component assembly bench, we're going to be in a really good position for resources in the long term, because there's a lot of steel slag chunks. There's a lot of steel in general, and if we just combine that with making components, we are going to be beautiful. The geothermal generator still has to go up. Nothing's actually been put into that, and I don't think we actually have enough components right now. I say as we have almost literally infinite quantities of components if we want to have them, given the component assembly bench, so we should probably, just for a moment, forbid the geothermal plant from getting worked on, so that nobody brings any of our components over to the geothermal plant, because we only have really just enough. We need 20 components for the component assembly bench, so we really only have just enough stuff to make the assembly bench, which is kind of top priority. Gabe, did you not get Steven in the colony? I thought Gabe was supposed to be the one who was gonna, convince people to do stuff. I mean, he is our great, charismatic, and incredibly handsome, although also disgustingly creepy in his breathing, grand authoritarian leader. Most of those adjectives are just in place because, if we don't put those adjectives in place, he'll do terrible things to us. Go check it. An exotic goods trader. Who out of all of you wants to go trade? It's going to be Magar. Magar the one-footed. because Magar only has 1 foot. We should probably fix that. Is there a bionic leg here? It's probably not the most important thing in the colony, but, you know, I'm just saying, I mean, if we can get a bionic leg, that'd be great. No, it doesn't look like it. There's a prosthetic arm, but that's not really the same. That's really not even close, actually. It's also a crafting neurotrainer. We're not buying it. Not gonna happen. I really want it, but it's not gonna happen. Never. Oh, what sort of stuff can we get here? Is there anything good? There's a tube television. It costs $800. You know, that might not be the worst idea, but we can build our own tube television. In reality, we don't actually have to purchase it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we want from these people. You disgusting exotic goods merchants, get out of my face. Right up until the point that we actually get more smoke leaf, I don't think we're going to be buying much stuff because smoke leaf is our main source of currency, and without it, we don't have much money at all. Come on, Gabe, get him. Oh, 1.3%. Steven, you need to stop being such a freeloader, or I will put you on a stake, probably out in front of the colony, and wait until, what are these things? The ibexes? I will wait until the ibexes nibble you to death. And I can assure you that will happen because those ibexes are terribly vicious creatures. Like, ridiculously vicious, actually. Oh, nice. These two seem to be basically finishing up this section, which means we can finish the planning on this particular area. Let's just do a little bit of plan here. And this is how it will look. There we go. That's what the defensive line's going to look like. That is going to be beautiful, people. That is a gorgeous defensive line. You guys, you don't even know what you are working to create. It is going to be a thing of beauty and lots of blood. A considerable quantity of blood, given that there's a lot of killing people that's going to occur around this particular defensive line. And just in preparation of the defensive line overall, we're also going to set up just a bit of orders for cutting down trees so that there aren't as many trees in front of our area. Is there like a no tree command? Because that'd be really nice. No, it does not appear that there's any form of no tree command. That's really unfortunate. I mean, I'd like to set this entire area as having no trees in it so that basically there's nothing for the enemies to hide behind in front of us, but okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. We don't get anything that nice. It is far too nice for our colony. So have we set this? Yes, we have set smelt metal slag chunks forever. And as soon as we actually get a legitimate quantity of 400 individual steels, we should be able to actually finish up that component assembly bench, which will be gorgeous. Looks like Aiden's already on the mining of that, along with probably someone else somewhere. No, looks like it's just Aiden. Aiden, the hopes of the colony are on your shoulders, and Fedosha's. Now it's not just you, Aiden. That's how it goes. But this should be pretty solid. Looks like that's actually on fire. Oh, no, right. It's a rainstorm. I don't think we have to worry too much about fires given the whole rainstorm situation. And uh-oh. What is it? Manhunting pack of elephants. Are you joking? Wait, is it just one elephant? It's just one elephant. Oh. Well, I thought we were gonna die, but apparently a manhunting pack of elephants is just a single elephant. I am not afraid of a single elephant, actually. Everyone, to the defensive line! We are going to kill an elephant. I hope that you have no problem with killing what is quite possibly an endangered species on this planet, but it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We're going to shoot it to death, and then we're going to eat it, and it's going to be delicious, because we eat our enemies once we kill them. Not all of them. Just the animals. We don't actually eat the people. I mean, it's really intimidating to say that we eat the people too, but it's just factually incorrect, and I feel like we can't do false advertising in our defensive line, or else people will lose confidence in our defenses, because it's just not what we're advertising. This is just mean. That was just cruel. Like, setting up a defensive line of just machine guns against a single elephant. That's not fair. Can you guys, like, not shoot it and instead melee attack the elephant to death, please? We're gonna eat that thing so bad, it's gonna be great. I don't know who's gonna get the trunk, but I feel like of all the meats in an elephant, the trunk is probably the most tender. So somebody's gonna be fighting over who's gonna get the trunk, and it's gonna be great. Oh, you poor, poor elephant. How sad. Now it's dead. Everything that that elephant knew and loved is now gone because it is a dead, dead elephant. I wonder how much food a single elephant gives. It's probably a lot of food. Let's level here. It's gonna be a lot. Man, do I really, really want that butchered up. Anyway. Ooh, more cargo pods. Oh my word, so much, just straight up money just fell on our face. Oh, why are the gods of the sky being so kind to us? I mean, I probably shouldn't, like, yell at them for being kind to us. Should probably just be like, thanks, gods of the sky. In other words, just captains in shipping spacecrafts. But anyway, thank you, gods of the sky, for raining upon us such nice things as mounds upon mounds of chocolate, which we did get another cargo pod worth of chocolate in the footage that was unfortunately murderfied by my own computer, which has betrayed me and is probably going to go out the window at some point, because you do not betray me and at the same time not get defenestrated. Defenestration is the number one form of punishment for betrayal in this colony and in general. Ooh. A group of tribespeople from the Red Gull Luthrago. They will prepare to attack and then attack. Let us see you. There's only 5 of you. I am sorry, you're a bunch of disgusting, uncultured tribespeople. Do you really think you have any chance against us? We have machine guns, my friends. We are very good at them too. We just killed an elephant. I'm pretty sure these tribespeople have never killed an elephant. They don't look like the type that are capable of doing it. They don't have the psychotic and ruthless mindset that is necessary to murderfy an elephant on the level that we murderfied that single elephant there. Which, if someone could, you know, butcher it, that'd be great. Looks like they're going in for the assault at this point. Let's do this. On to the defensive line, everyone. You know how this goes. Fall into position. Shoot literally anything that moves that isn't on our defensive line. Please don't shoot anything that moves that is on our defensive line, or I will have a lot of problems with that, because that is not acceptable. Okay. I think at this point everyone's in position. Yes, they are. Fedosha's just going to be sitting back there waiting. Hey, don't you even try to go through that wall. Come on now. That is not acceptable. Oh, Ape, you are done. Yeah, I'm sorry. You just ran out into the middle of nowhere and just got shot to death. This is just, oh, it's brutal. Oh my goodness. I can't look, but I can, because it's just brutal on such a hilarious level, because they did not stand a chance at all. Ooh, well, that's what happens when you decide to attack people who are clearly and obviously significantly more technologically advanced than you are, with significantly fewer people. That is a lesson. If you're going to be significantly less advanced, you need a lot of people. I mean, it probably still wouldn't have helped them, because it just so happens that we're very good at fighting and we have a very nice defensive line, and I'm pretty sure we're going to survive on to basically forever unless we get attacked by some form of, like, I don't know. Probably a man-hunting pack of rabbits would be enough to kill us, assuming that they get through our door. I don't think we'd stand much of a chance. But outside of that, there's nothing that's going to kill us. We are amazingly the most powerful people in the world. That's not exactly true. I mean, that's very dubious in terms of statements, how statements go. But I can assure you, it's close enough. It's close enough. So how much steel do we actually have at this point? We have 219. We need a lot more steel. People, we need you all to actually maybe get to work on mining and stuff, because this is, the current level of steel production is simply not acceptable. We could use significantly more. I don't know if there's... Who can we switch to mining? It seems like everyone already has a job, and that's mostly because it is growing season. So all the growers are out in the fields. That is why things aren't actually getting done. Stinking growing season, making food and all that. Ugh, disgusting. Disgusting. Who would think that making food is a good idea? I don't even know. In the very least, we've got, who does this? Like Fedosha? I think Fedosha does a good quantity of, mining around here. When she isn't making meals, which I feel is also a pretty useful thing to do in the colony. So, Fedosha, you may continue making as many meals as you wish to. I appreciate your devotion to turning elephant carcasses into delicious, probably... I mean, what would I do with an elephant carcass? I'd probably turn it into a nice elephant steak. That'd be delicious. You'd definitely turn the trunk into steaks, because you can just cut it down into, like, little rounds and then just, like, you know, give it a double grill situation. I feel like that'd be pretty nice. A couple good grill marks on there. Delicious. Maybe a nice little sauce, like elephant gravy over it. Perfect. Don't actually do that, because don't kill elephants, but... If you ever do happen upon a randomly dead elephant, which I'm almost 100% certain will never happen, and Cherie, would you not light yourself on fire walking through what is obviously a massive brush fire? Cherie. Jeez. Anyway, as I was saying, if you do ever come upon a dead elephant just sitting on the side of the road, definitely, like, trunk steaks. I can assure you, it's almost definitely going to be amazing. When I say that, it's probably not true. I know nothing about cooking elephants. And I need to go on record saying that I know nothing about cooking elephants, because I swear, never done it. Nope. I'm not an elephant poacher. Only these people are elephant poachers. They've killed at least one elephant in their life and then eaten it. They didn't kill it for the purpose of eating it, which I guess is okay. I mean... Is it worse to just poach it for, like, the horns, or is it worse to kill it to eat it? Probably just for the horns. Yeah, definitely just for the horns. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna stop considering the moral implications of killing an elephant that, almost certainly was trying to kill us previously. And by the way, I'm actually kind of concerned about this fire. I think it's gonna light our defensive line, ablaze, and I'd like for that not to happen. So if you guys can put out that fire as soon as you wake up, that'd be amazing. I would really appreciate that, except for you, Cherie. You're not allowed to go near fires anymore, because you lit yourself on fire just walking through a field. Ridiculous. Cherie should spend some... Cherie should spend some time in the spooky room. Because look at that spooky room. It's so spooky. She deserves it, basically. That's how it's gonna go. Steven. How does he feel about people? You know, he seems very, like, he seems to like people, you know? It seems like he should, you know, join the colony at this point. Why does nobody like him? It's because he's just a terrible person? It's probably because he's just a terrible person. Maybe because he shot them, like, numerous times in the course of a battle they had long ago. And it appears that the only person who actually took to heart the whole preventing the colony from lighting on fire thing is Gabe, who is furiously attempting to put out fires. And when I say that, I mean he's doing a pretty good job, actually. I mean, usually it takes a group of 5 people 20 minutes to do nothing to a fire at all. But in this particular situation, Gabe appears to actually be putting a dent in it. Good job, Gabe. How many people actually do firefighting? We do not have very many firefighters, do we? That is actually kind of concerning. We only have 4 people who can do any form of firefighting. It's a good thing our walls are all nice and stone, or else this could actually be a significant danger. But I'm pretty sure it's just going to light our sandbags on fire and ruin any chance of a nice defense, which is just grotesquely disgusting. I'm going to set all of this to the home area as well, because technically, you know, this is part of our home area at this point. So all of that is going to be protected. And then it's just going to be a matter of keeping it away from the sandbags, and that should be fine. Good job, guys. I appreciate that you've been actually incredibly effective at putting out tons of fires. Is there a firefighting skill? No. No, I'm sure it gets worked into some skill somewhere. Maybe it's crafting. What if crafting is actually the skill that stops fires? Piglet, do you light yourself on fire? That is not good. Thank you, Aiden, for actually putting out the pig. I mean, we're going to sell or eat that pig at some point. So that is an investment into the future, the saving of that pig. My word, everything is on fire right now. That was a pretty aggressive lightning storm when you think about it. It's caused a pretty serious brush fire. Anyway, with the more or less eradication of that brush fire, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will return to the colony once again. We're going to be getting the geothermal plant up and running, and probably the component assembly is also going to be up and running at that point. That's just an assumption. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we are mining out a considerable quantity of steel, so it'll, get done at some point. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.